What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another 90-day fiance video, and this one is all about Michael. But before we get into it, let's start off by giving a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the freaking channel. Now, with that being said, in particular, Michael is someone that was married to, or someone that is married to Juliana, but no longer in a relationship with her. Now, when it comes to Michael and Juliana itself in particular, Michael was living with Juliana throughout the lockdown period. But not only was he living with Juliana throughout the lockdown period, but he was also living with his ex-wife. And not only was his ex-wife living there, but her husband, Sean, was also living with them as well. Which therefore then ended up resulting in Juliana and Sean ended up having an affair. Now, just to remind you guys of who Juliana is and who Sean is, Juliana at the time was Michael's wife and Sean was Michael's ex-wife Sarah's husband. Now at this moment in time, Juliana and Michael, I believe, are still married but are definitely separated. Now of course, when it comes to Sean and Sarah, I'm not too sure if they are separated, but yes, at this moment in time they are still married. Now it therefore brings us to where we are now, where Sean has now decided to come out to sue Michael. But what exactly for? And this is where it gets a bit subjective in my opinion. Now, as we can see here, ladies and gentlemen, around about 10 minutes ago or so, Michael decided to re-edit this post of himself that he posted yesterday. Now, as you can see on the right-hand side, Michael came out by saying, Sarah's husband, the real Nassau, is now suing me due to a bite from our dog Howard incurred during his time living with us. He lived rent-free and mostly expense-free in my home for 18 months. And of course, there was also the thing with my wife, Juliana, which is of course, which I've just explained. Now, as we can see here, ladies and gentlemen, the letter he's obviously got from the injury lawyers, which was backdated back in April 6, 2022. It's so annoying because in the UK, I would say the 6th of April, but anyway, it is what it is. So of course, this was backdated. This was obviously filed to him a couple of days ago, or at least a couple of weeks ago. Now, with that being said, the letter itself in particular reads this: date of accident, Tuesday, August 10th, 2021. So this literally happened near enough, what, about 9 months ago, maybe 8 months ago, give or take. And of course, Sean's now in a position where he feels it's okay for him to basically sue the person that allowed him to live rent-free. And only did he allow him to live rent-free, but he also was banging his freaking woman. The audacity. But let's proceed. Now, as you can see here, kindly be advised that I may have retained, that I have been retained by Sean relative to the injuries sustained as a result of a dog bite by one of your dogs on your residence located at Please advise your insurance company of this claim as soon as possible. Failure to promptly notify your insurer of this claim could jeopardize your coverage. Now, here's the thing though, ladies and gentlemen, it also was reported that throughout the time when the dog attacked Sean, supposedly he suffered multiple injuries. Now, again, I do not necessarily have proof in terms of, obviously seeing these multiple injuries themselves in particular, but for the people who want to see what the dog looks like, this is the dog itself in particular. Now, I'm not very good at breed, so I couldn't tell you what breed it is, but I'm pretty sure you guys know what breed this dog is. Now, with that being said though, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. If Michael has multiple pets, it tells me that he's someone that is obviously a good pet owner, well, give or take. And he's someone that's obviously going to help, he's someone that's going to know how to breed dogs very well, so therefore they do not harm any other women. So therefore they do not harm any other human being. Now also at the same time, the fact that his ex-wife Sarah was also in the home, she's someone who definitely would have been familiar with his dogs as well. And not only was she have been familiar with his dogs, but at the same time though, they do have children. Oh, crikey, I think I forgot that one. I'm sure they've got children. If they haven't, I do apologize, but I'm sure I remember them. They do. Yes, they do. Yes. I remember the scene now with his little son in the car. And the fact they have children as well also says that, really and truly, the dogs are completely safe. So it brings me to my own assumption of what I think is really going on here. I personally think that at the time when the dog bit bit Sean and left multiple injuries, shall I say, there is a possible chance that maybe Sean provoked the dogs. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, if we're looking at the situation at hand, the man was living rent-free and he was banging Juliana, Michael's freaking wife, who he's no longer with, of course, and has, made things worse for himself in particular. But look at this way, ladies and gentlemen. He was banging and living rent-free. It seems to me as if Sean might have been taking the absolute piss when he was living there, and maybe something went down with a dog. And let's be real though, for him to have multiple injuries from a dog that predominantly is not vicious, it tells me that must have been some sort of provoking, some sort of fight between him and the dog himself in particular. But of course, me myself in particular, disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen, I am not an expert with dogs. I'm not an expert of how it all goes down, but for my own experiences, as far as I'm concerned, an animal that is well looked after usually would not attack you unless you have done something to that dog and it has to go into survival defense mode. But nonetheless though, ladies and gentlemen, the accident itself in particular happened last year in freaking August. And the fact that Sean is bringing it up now, in my opinion, is just appalling. Why not bring it up at the time? And why bring it up now? Like, honestly, I feel like the whole movie is absolutely pathetic. And the fact that Michael's bringing it forward to us all to see tells me that clearly Michael's not looking to take it seriously. And he obviously probably believes that Sean is just out here being absolutely petty for whatever petty reasons he has. Now, of course, these two are not going to have a good relationship ever since Michael found out about Sean's affair with Juliana, of course, at the time, because rumor has it that somebody found them in the kitchen being intimate. And if you ask me, there's only one or two people who could have found Sean and Juliana being intimate. Could have even been one, maybe his kid, or two, it was probably himself in particular. Who knows? Maybe it was a dog, and that's how it all went down. But hey, let me not joke too much about that, because of course somebody was hurt in the situation, and it's just such a damn shame. But nonetheless though, ladies and gentlemen, you let me know what you're thinking in the comment section. Do you think that Sean has been absolutely petty by deciding to sue Michael after a year of an accident that happened due to whatever caused it at the time? And also, do you believe that Michael is taking this seriously? Because in my opinion, I don't think he is. That's why he's just like, hey guys, look at this nonsense. And also on top of that, let me just also clarify that this guy right here, this mofo right here, he lived rent-free and expense-free pretty much as well. And he wants to do this? Who does he think I am, an idiot? So for me personally, I think Michael is obviously thinking, this guy's a clown. But anyway, let me know what you're thinking in the comment section and we'll talk about it. Like, subscribe, and peace.